Welcome to Camclass. Parents, I hope you enjoy watching this video. Camclass will remind you of your child and classmates during their formative school years. And I'm sure, like thousands of other parents who have a Camclass tape, you'll be delighted with the results. And children, whatever you do, don't lose this tape. Because in years to come, you'll have a treasured record for yourself and maybe your own children of how you were and how you saw your world when you were growing up.
My name is Michael Wood and I am 8.
Tell me about your teacher. Whose class are you in and what's her name?
Mrs. Windress and I'm in year 4.
And what's the most interesting thing you do in your lessons?
Science.
And what are you doing just now in science?
I think we're doing solids, liquids and gases.
Wow. And tell me about friends at school. Who do you like to play with?
Daniel Whitlock, Marcus Dickinson and Joseph Girl.
And when you grow up you want to be a scientist, is that right?
Yes.
And what do scientists actually do?
They find cures for things.
And tell me about your PlayStation. What's your favourite game you've got for that now?
Crash Bandicoot.
And how far can you get on the Crash game?
I can get up to when they have to travel to the next warp room.
And does your sister play on that with you sometimes?
Sometimes.
What's her name and how old is she?
Oh, her name's Olivia and she's 5.
And tell me about sports and hobbies. What are you good at doing?
Swimming.
And football?
Yes.
How far can you swim now?
25 metres.
And tell me about television programmes. What do you like watching?
The Simpsons.
And who's your favourite famous person?
Bart Simpson.
And why do you like Bart so much? What does he get up to?
Because he's always up to mischief.
Can you say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Hi, my name's Kiefer George Ridsdale and I'm 9.
Tell me about sports and hobbies. What do you like doing?
I like doing ice hockey sometimes and football.
And where do you play ice hockey?
Teesside Park.
Huh? And what sort of equipment and stuff do you need to do that sport?
Mostly pads on your legs and arms.
Right, to protect yourself. And what's the best move you can do at ice hockey?
Shooting.
Right. And when you grow up you want to be a skateboarder, is that right?
Yeah.
Did you go skateboarding just now?
No, I'm gonna be one though. I wanna be one.
And tell me about television programmes. What do you like watching?
I like watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
And what happens on that? What is it?
It's like Buffy's a slayer. She like slays vampires.
And tell me about school. What's your most interesting subject you like doing?
Maths, art, and history.
And what are you doing in history just now?
Tudors.
And what's the most interesting thing you found out about the Tudors?
That Henry VIII had 6 wives.
And if you could have lived in Tudor times, would that have been good?
Not really.
No. Tell me about your favourite famous person. Who's that?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
And who is she?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Right. And tell me about your parents' funny story. What happened?
Once I caught my dad dancing to the TV.
Can you say goodbye?
Bye.
My name's Chloe Watson, I'm 8 years old.
Tell me what you like watching on television.
The Simpsons,
And what about your favourite video?
ants and
And who's the best character in Ants? What's the soldier's name? Do you like him?
yeah,
Is it-
soldiers.
Tell me about brownies. What are you doing at the moment?
Like making plants and all that. And
Plants?
yeah.
What stage are you at with your tap dancing? What are you working towards now?
And I'm going on silver.
Right, well, so you're getting very good. What's your favourite piece of music you like to dance to?
Steps.
And who's the best one in steps?
I think it's H.
And when you grow up, you want to be an air hostess?
Yeah.
What do they do?
Well, they give food out and stuff.
Right. And what countries would you like to visit the most?
Salou, because we've got friends there.
Right. And tell me about school. Who are your friends?
Louise Robinson and Jennifer Garbett.
And when you're all in the playground together, what do you do?
We play games.
Yeah, which is the best game you can play?
Like polo.
Tell me about your brother. What's he like?
He puts spiders in my bed.
No, are you quite frightened of spiders?
Well, yeah.
Can you say goodbye?
Goodbye.
My name's Kevin Wilson and I'm 8.
Tell me about your favourite book. What's that?
Trains.
Right. What's the most interesting thing you know about trains? What kinds are there and things?
Steam engines and the engines are new.
Right, very good. When you grow up, what job do you want to do?
Be in the army or the navy.
Right, and what do you do when you're in the army?
Practice shooting and
Yeah. So what do you think the training's going to be like?
hard.
Very hard, I think so, yeah. And tell me about your skateboard. What can you do on it?
Just
Can
go
you
up
do
the road.
Can you do any tricks and flips and things yet?
No.
Not yet. And tell me about pets. What animals have you got?
2 dogs.
What are their names?
Jake and Cindy.
And what do you have to do to look after them?
Feed them and give them water.
And which of your sisters is always singing?
My big one,
Oh, is that Emma?
Emma.
Oh,
Yeah,
and is she a good singer?
a little bit.
Yeah. And what's your other sister's name?
Jane.
And tell me about music. What do you like listening to?
Number 5.
Yeah. Is that Lou Bega? Is that? Yeah. And tell me about school. What lessons do you enjoy?
Sport and art.
Can you say goodbye?
Bye.
I'm Andrea and I'm 8 and 3/4.
What's your surname, Andrea? Andrea?
Barwick.
And when are you going to be 9?
In March the 20th.
Right. And what are you planning to do for your birthday?
I'm thinking of having just a sleepover.
Wow. And this nickname you get called Taz. Why did you get that name?
Because I run around the house and I leave a mess.
Oh. And who calls you Taz?
My mum and dad.
And when you grow up, you want to be a teacher. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got a school in mind you want to teach at, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what subjects do you think you'd be good at teaching?
I want to teach art.
And what's the best thing you've done in art just now?
Well, all the things I've done really.
You're very pleased with them. And tell me about groups. What do you like listening to?
5, Westlife, and S Club 7.
Wow, lots of groups. And tell me about sports and hobbies. What do you like doing?
I like doing swimming and badminton.
And who do you play badminton with?
My dad and lots of other children at Beadle's.
And how far can you swim now?
I'm in the swimming club, so I don't really know.
So, how often do you go swimming to your club?
I go on every Monday night.
And who's your coach? Who teaches you?
Leslie,
Right. And what's your favourite stroke you can do now?
backstroke.
And have you been in any galas yet?
Yeah.
And so do you know some of your times you can do for swimming?
Yeah.
So what's your time?
Front crawl, I got 27.
Good. And tell me about brothers and sisters. Who have you got?
I've got a sister called Stephanie.
Can you say goodbye?
Bye.
My name's Mark Richardson and I'm 9.
Tell me about school. What are your favourite subjects?
Maths, science, geography and history.
And what are you doing in maths just now?
Like with money,
And do you find that quite difficult or is that quite easy?
quite easy.
And tell me about your snooker table. When did you get it?
Last Christmas, not this Christmas, but the last
Right.
Christmas
And who plays
before.
on it with you?
Normally my dad or my mum.
Right. And what's the best shot you can do at snooker?
Normally the one along the side.
Yeah. And tell me what job you want to do when you grow up.
Either a snooker player or a football player.
Right. And a professional snooker player like who? Who's the best one at the moment?
I don't really know because they're all good.
Yeah. And tell me about pets. What have you got?
A goldfish.
And if you could have another animal, anything, what would be good to have?
A cat or dog.
And tell me about your train set. Where do you keep that?
Got it this Christmas.
Right. What kind is it?
Like a Eurostar one.
Right. So is that like an electric train set?
Yeah.
And is your track, is that nailed down? Is it permanent, or can you do different things with it?
And do different things with it.
And tell me about friends at school. Who would you like to play with?
Daniel McNicholas, Connor Owens or Bryn Zancoudi.
When you're in the playground, what's the favourite game that you like to play?
Takes.
Can you say goodbye?
Goodbye.
My name's Jennifer Garbutt and I'm 9.
Tell me about television. What programmes do you like watching?
Keenan and Kel.
What is that?
It's this programme about 2 boys and
Yeah.
they're very funny.
And tell me about dancing. What kind of dancing are you learning to do?
Modern and ballet.
Right. And what stage have you got to at the moment with your dancing? What are you working towards?
Well, I do competitions and things.
And so whereabouts do you compete in these competitions? Where do you have to travel to?
Well, at the moment I just go to Redcar.
Right. And who's your dance teacher?
She's called Claire Wharton.
And what's your favourite piece of music that you like to dance to? Which songs?
I haven't got any
So like the
songs.
things that Steps do and people like that?
Yeah, jazz ones.
And tell me about school. What are you doing in history just now?
We're doing about the Tudors.
If you could have lived in Tudor times, would that have been good?
No, I don't think so.
Who would you not want to have been like? Who had a horrible life?
Well, King Henry's wives, really.
Yeah, they have a good time. And what about your friends at school? Who do you like to play with?
Andrea, Francesca, Chloe and Louise.
And tell me about your favourite part in the BFG film. And what happened?
When she goes up into the room and he shows her all the different things.
Yeah.
Jars of things.
Can you say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Hi, my name's Francesca and I'm 8.
Francesca who? What's your surname?
Inward.
And who says chess to you? Who calls you that name?
Well, all my friends and my mum.
And who are your best friends at school?
Laura Cox, Jennifer Garbutt and Gemma.
And your swimming certificate, how far can you swim now?
50.
50 metres. You're getting very good. And when you grow up, you want to be a vet?
Yeah.
What do they do?
Well, they look after animals.
What about when they're not well?
They help them, care for them.
Yeah, operate on them and things.
Yeah,
Would you be good at operations, do you think?
probably.
Yeah. What pets have you got?
2 guinea pigs, Petra and Gogo.
Right. What do you have to do to look after them?
Well, you have to hold them, nurse them. You have to take them to the vets when their claws need to be clipped.
And tell me about your Furby. What can he say?
Well, he's just like, I don't know, he's just a funny little toy.
What's his name? Do you know what he's called? Has he told you?
No, but me and my brother call him Bluebell.
That's lovely. What's your brother's name?
Christopher,
How old is he?
10.
Right, it's his big brother. What's the best thing you two can do together?
Don't know, play.
And what about watching television together? What's your favourite programme?
Well, it's Nickelodeon and I like watching things like Rugrats and Two of a Kind.
And you also like Friends?
Yeah.
Can you say goodbye?
Bye-bye.
My name's Daniel Whitlock and I'm 8.
Tell me about your pets. What animals have you got?
I've got 1 cat and 4 lizards.
And what kind of lizards are they?
Newts.
And what do you have to do to look after them?
Feed them, and I've got a big tank
Wait, what do they eat?
of insects.
What? Tell me what job you want to do when you grow up.
I want to be an archaeologist.
And what do archaeologists do?
They dig under the ground and look for prehistoric things.
And what do you think would be the best thing an archaeologist could find?
The bone of a dinosaur, or
And where do you think you'd have to go to look for good things like that?
hot places.
Tell me about your sports and hobbies. What do you like doing?
Cricket.
Right, where do you play cricket?
We have a cricket place outside our house, and I normally go there and play cricket.
Right, do you play with a team or is it just with some friends?
Just some friends.
Very good. And what do you like doing? Do you like batting or bowling?
Batting.
Right. How many runs have you got? What's the most?
10.
So you're getting quite good. Yeah. And tell me about friends at school. Who do you like to play with?
Sean, Michael and Connor.
And who's your favourite famous person?
Ricky Martins.
And you also like Pavarotti. What music does he do? What's his best song?
Opera.
Yeah. Good. And tell me about your great white shark. What can you do with that?
And it's big, and I normally play with it a lot.
With who?
With my friends, and I play with it a lot.
Can you say goodbye?
Bye.
Hello, my name's Connor Owens and I'm 9.
Tell me about the James Bond films you like. Which is your best one? Can you think of the name of any? Like GoldenEye or Tomorrow Never Dies?
The man with the golden gun.
And tell me what job you want to do when you grow up.
In the army.
And what happens when you're in the army?
Well, I just seen it on TV and my uncle's just left and went into the army.
So, when you've done all your training and everything, what do the soldiers actually do?
Drive,
What kind of things?
like jeeps and army tanks.
Is that the sort of thing you'd like to do?
Pardon.
Is that the kind of thing you'd like to do?
Yeah.
And tell me why Leonardo DiCaprio is your favourite famous person. What's he been in?
He stars in lots of films and he's quite rich.
And tell me about your pets. What animals have you got?
2 cats and a hamster.
Which is your favourite?
The hamster.
And what can you do on your PC?
Play lots of games and print things.
Right. And what's your favourite game you've got for your PC?
One of the racing car ones.
And tell me about holidays. Where is it you really want to go to?
Miami.
Can you say goodbye?
Bye.
My name's Samantha Tudor and I'm age 8.
Tell me about sports and hobbies. What do you like doing?
Squash and dancing.
And what kind of dancing do you enjoy? What are you learning to do?
Disco.
And what's your favourite piece of music you like to dance to? What groups and singers and things?
S Club.
It's Club 7. Very good. And where do you play squash?
Gisborough Squash Club.
Right, and who's your partner? Who do you like to play with?
Laura.
And tell me about brothers and sisters. Who have you got?
Paul. He's nice and he's a good brother.
How old is he?
12.
Right. And what's the best thing you two do together?
Squash.
And tell me about school. What lessons do you like?
Art and English.
And what are you doing in English just now?
Colouring in this Tudor board.
Right. So you're studying the Tudors just now. And tell me about friends. Who do you like to play with?
Jenna, Jennifer and Francesca.
Lots and lots of friends. And tell me about your pets. What animals have you got?
A rabbit named Sunny.
Right. And what do you have to do to look after Sunny?
Feed it and clean it out.
Right. Do you ever let it out to run around?
Yeah.
And how do you catch it afterwards?
Well, we have to run around to get it.
You all look very silly. And tell me about holidays. Where do you want to go to?
Florida.
Can you say goodbye?
Bye. My name's Louise Robinson and I'm 8.
Who's Who's your favourite famous person? Who do you really like?
Hitch Out of Steps.
And what's the best song Steps do?
Tragedy.
That's a good one. Tell me what you like watching on television.
The Simpsons and The Iron Giant.
And who's the best one in The Simpsons?
Bart.
That's funny. And tell me what you got your certificate for. What was that? Bowling.
Bowling.
Yeah. What did you have to do to get it? Was it a competition or?
I went to someone's party and
And you got it for going, yeah.
and we kept on doing it, and whoever had the most points, and I did, and I won.
Right, so you're very good at bowling.
Yeah.
Tell me about your swimming.
I go swimming on Monday at 4 o'clock
Yes.
for 1 hour,
Right.
and
What stage have you got to now? What certificates have you got and things?
I've got silver, and I'm gonna try for my gold now.
So how many lengths did you have to swim for your silver?
I think it's 32.
Right, so you're a very good swimmer. Yeah,
Yeah.
well done. And tell me about school. What's your favourite lesson?
Art, PE, and computer.
And when you grow up, what job do you want to do?
Be a singer or a teacher.
A pop star like who? Like somebody
Steps.
like H? Yeah, he would be good. And tell me about your best friends at school. Who do you like to hang around with?
Andrea, Chloe, Samantha, and Charlotte.
Can you say goodbye?
Goodbye.
My name's James Morris Rowe, and I'm 8.5.
Tell me what job you want to do when you grow up.
I want to join the Air Force.
Right, and what happens when you're in the Air Force? What do you do?
Fly jets and helicopters and do all sorts really.
Good. And what about the uniform they wear? What's that like?
Like camouflage and green and everything.
Yeah.
So the
And tell me what you like watching on television.
action films.
Like James Bond and things like that. And do you have a favourite James Bond movie?
Tomorrow Never Dies.
And tell me about Jonathan. Who's that?
He's my brother.
How old is he now?
6.
And how do you both get on?
All right.
And tell me about your pets. What animals have you got?
A goldfish, a rabbit, and a guinea pig.
And tell me what you can do on your PlayStation. What's your best game?
Tomorrow Never Dies, James Bond.
And tell me about holidays. Where is it you've been to?
USA.
Right. And what place did you like the best in America?
GM Studios.
Well, and if you could go anywhere else in the world for another holiday, where would you want to go?
Canada.
And tell me about school. What subjects do you like?
Religion, science.
Lots of things like that. And tell me about friends. Who do you like to play with?
My friend up the road is called Matthew, up my street.
Can you say goodbye?
Bye.
My name's Callum Moon and I'm 8 years old.
Tell me about school. What subjects do you enjoy doing?
Maths.
And what are you doing in maths just now?
Times tables and change.
Right. Do you find times tables quite easy or quite difficult?
In the middle.
Yeah. And tell me about friends. Who do you like to play with at school?
Tommy, Travis, Daniel, Kevin, Sean and Aidan.
Lots and lots of friends. And the Star Wars film. What's your favourite part in it?
Where all 3 of them are fighting.
And who's your best character?
Obi-Wan.
And why do you like Harry Enfield?
Just, I don't know, I just like it.
What does he do?
I can't remember now, but
Is he quite funny? Does he
Yeah.
make you laugh? And tell me about your favourite famous person. Is it a footballer?
yeah,
Who is it?
Michael Owen.
And what team's he playing for?
Boa.
Tell me about music. What do you like listening to?
S Club and Blue Will My Dear My Die.
Oh, and tell me about brothers and sisters. Who have you got?
Got my brother, Peter,
and Sister Lucy.
And how do you all get on together?
Sometimes we fight, but in the end, okay.
Yeah, very good. And tell me about holidays. Where is it you really want to go to?
Oasis, and I've been to
Centre Park.
Centre Parks.
Can you say goodbye?
Bye.
My name's Sophie Knight and I am 8.
Tell me your parents' funny story. What happened at the party?
Well, we were having a tea party. Geordie, Jade and Poppy. My mum opened the door a bit and put her hand behind her back, pretending she was getting nabbed.
Silly mummy. And what's your other sister's name?
Lauren,
How old is she?
14.
And tell me what you can do on your computer.
Play regret games.
All right. And who's the best one in Rugrats? Which characters do you like?
Chucky and Tommy.
And tell me what you're doing at the Girls Brigade. What's happening?
Well, we do parades and we play games and do sewing and stuff.
And what's the best thing you've done in sewing? What have you made?
I've done a sunflower.
And some other things.
Yeah.
And tell me about your favourite book. What is it?
Guess how much I love you.
And what's that story about?
It's about this little rabbit and a mummy rabbit, and it says, "Guess how much I love you."
Right, it's a good story. And when you're older, you want to be a teacher, is that right?
Yeah.
Can you say goodbye?
Bye.
My name's Joseph Gill and I'm 9.
Tell me about your favourite storybook. What's that?
I don't have a favourite, it's just that I have lots of Dick King Smith books are my favourite.
Right. What kind of stories are those?
Well, Horse Pie, The Guard Dog, ESP, Tumbleweed.
And they're sort of adventurous books or horror, what kind of things?
Well, Tumbleweed is like a cowardly knight who comes to be a brave knight, and Horse Pie is exciting. The Guard Dog is funny, and ESP is even funnier.
And when you grow up and you get a job, what is it you want to do?
I want to be a pasta taster
Why do you want to do that job?
because I love pasta.
Right, what's your favourite kind of pasta?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti, right. And what do you have on your spaghetti? What's the best kind of sauce and stuff to have with it?
Carbonara.
Right, wow. And who makes the best carbonara spaghetti for you?
My mum.
Oh, yum. And tell me about friends at school. Who do you like to play with?
Mark Richardson, Connor Owens, Sean Lambert.
Lots and lots of friends. And tell me about television programmes. What do you like watching?
Smart.
What happens on Smart?
Well, they're smart on the road, and they go to schools and places to redo a school playground, and on the Smart, it's just they do art.
Can you say goodbye?
Bye.
Hello, my name's Natasha Thompson and I'm 8.5.
Tell me about school, Natasha. What subjects do you like?
Art and maths.
And what are you doing in maths just now?
Multiplication sums.
Are they quite difficult?
No.
They're quite easy. When you grow up and you get a job, what do you want to do?
I'd like to be a singer or work in an office.
A singer like who? Who do you like listening to?
Shania Twain, Adam Rickett.
Right, so somebody like that you'd like to be?
Yeah.
Tell me about your television programmes you enjoy watching.
I like Sabrina because it has lots of magic in it and it's funny.
You also like the Rugrats?
Yeah.